Hi friends, and welcome back to our virtual Create with me. It is week 5. I can't believe it's been 5 weeks already. And every week we try to do something new and different. And this week we're doing something new and different. And we're using some different supplies that we haven't used yet. So let's get started. If we look at your supply list here for week 5, we're going to need our paper doilies. They look something like this. It's the paper with the holes around the edges, and this paper is really thin. So some of your paper doilies might be stuck together and have 2 in 1. So make sure you try to pull it apart as best you can. We're also going to need our watercolor paints that look something like this. You'll want a brush and a cup of water and probably a napkin. Those are all good things to have. And then later we're gonna be using our jute rope that looks like this. It's the really thin rope. We're gonna use that for something toward the end. And if you wanna have some extra paper to do your watercolor paint on, you can, but it's not necessary, so it's up to you. And before we get started today, we're gonna talk a little bit more about these watercolors because we haven't used these before and they are pretty awesome and magical. So we're gonna talk a little bit about how they work and what they do and how you can use them, okay? Okay, so watercolors, you'll notice if you look at it first, these are, even if you touch it, it's very dry, and you can rub your finger on here and try to rub it off on your paper, and you're gonna notice that it doesn't make any marks. So there is a special way that we use these to make them work on our papers, and it's a little tedious. It takes a lot of practice to get it going, but once you get it, it looks super good because watercolors are typically really bright and beautiful and colorful, and they're also a little transparent, which means see-through. You can almost see through the color a little bit. So I'm gonna show you how we like to use these in the art studio so that you can learn with me, okay? All right, so if you've got your brush and your water, we're gonna take our brush first and just dip it in the plain water. There's nothing else in here right now. And we're going to pick any color that we want. I think I'm gonna start off with green, but you can choose whatever color you want, okay? And we're gonna get our brush really wet and try and pick it up. You'll notice that there's like a little drippy drop on the bottom of here, and we wanna try to catch those drips and drops in our watercolor paint that we wanna use. So I'm gonna scoop up some color on my brush and wipe off I'm scooping up water on my brush and I'm wiping off all the water into my paint color. So I'm putting it in my green one. What color are you putting your water in? And we're going to dip our brush in the water, wipe it off in our paint, and we're gonna do that over and over and over and over and over. We're not even mixing up our paint yet. We're just trying to get a big puddle of water in our paints like this. Now, once you've got a really good sized puddle, I'm gonna show you what this looks like. Once you've got a good sized puddle, this is where the magic happens. So we take our brush and we stir it all around. And what we're doing is mixing the color with the water so that our water isn't water anymore. It's turning into paint. Pretty awesome, right? Paint. Now, and then finally, once I'm finished stirring, I can lift my brush and I'm going to add it to my paper doily. And I love painting on paper doilies because I think they're very beautiful and I like the textures that we see on them, the bumps and all of the different ridges and designs in them. But I also love that when we're done, the paper is so thin, it's almost like it's see-through and the sun could shine through it, which I think is pretty awesome. Now I'm going to encourage you as you're painting to paint however you want, and you can paint as many different types of paper doilies as you want. So far I've just got green on mine. The rest of mine are still blank, so I have a lot of work to do painting my paper doilies. This is a really fun time to practice mixing colors and creating patterns and designs, but I would encourage you to try and use as much color as possible. So when I'm ready to switch colors, which I am, I'm going to take my brush that had green paint on it and rinse it out in my water cup. What happens to my water cup when I rinse out the green? It gets a little green, doesn't it? Okay, so we're gonna rinse it out, and then when I'm switching to a new color, I'm gonna do the exact same thing I did with the green. So I'm going to create a puddle in my paint of just water by dipping and wiping and dipping and wiping and dipping and wiping. And sometimes it takes a long time, it feels like, but we know that that makes a beautiful color. And then we're gonna stir, 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 stir. We're mixing all the pigment of the paint with the water. Oh, it's looking so bright and beautiful. This is a super bright pink, so I'm excited to see. Ooh, oh, it's so bright. Whoa. It's so pretty. This is actually a neon pink that we sell in the art studio. And I don't think I've realized how bright this neon pink is. Another thing you could do is paint right over the edges, because the edges of these paper doilies have holes in them, right? And you can paint right over the holes. Now when we paint over the holes, we know that paint is going to go through the holes and onto our paper, right? So maybe if you have newspaper down on your table, or if you're doing this outside, those would be great options. Or watercolor paint washes easily when we're done. So if you get some on your table and your parents don't mind, you can always wash it off when we're finished, right? Okay, I'm gonna show you really fast because I love the way this pink is looking. So beautiful. And you can do this with as many colors as you want. You can do as many doilies as you want. And then for the ending project today, I would encourage you to maybe paint at least 3 doilies. They can be any of them. They can be any size that you want, but we're going to try to create something with these. So maybe try to have 3 or more paper doilies painted that you want to use for our project. I'm gonna add a little more color, and I'm gonna let you keep painting while I keep painting. And then when we come back, after we're done painting and our paper doilies are dry, we can talk about what we're gonna do for our next project. So this would be a really great place to pause our video and continue painting. When you're all finished painting, come back and push play, and we'll talk about our next project, okay? I'll see you back here in just a minute with some really colorful paper doilies. All right, friends, so I am finished painting for now. I am going to pretend that I've painted all of my doilies. I have not painted all of my doilies yet, but I bet you have, and I bet they're beautiful. When you used your watercolor paints, which color was your favorite color to use? Do you want to know what my favorite color is? Purple. I love purple. Anything but purple watercolor paints are so pretty. Okay, so hopefully by now, the watercolors that you painted are nice and dry and beautiful, and you have lots of beautiful paper doilies. Maybe some of your paper doilies ripped a little bit because the paper is so thin and fragile, and that's okay. We're going to use these in a way that we're going to be able to look at them and let the sun shine through them and admire them for a really long time. So to do that, we're going to need our rope. Do you guys have your rope with you? You do? And we're going to need to find one end of the rope. So if I hold this close, you can see I've got one end of it here. And we shouldn't need a needle to thread this, but what we're going to do is press the rope through the holes that we see on our paper doily, and we're going to do it only 2 times on each paper doily. And we're going to pull the rope through so that we can hang these. Would you like to see what I mean? Okay, so I'm going to press my rope through my paper doily just like this. You can pick any hole you want. It's totally up to you. I'm going to gently pull it through because we know that these are fragile, right? Yes. And fragile means they can break easily, don't they? So right now my rope is through the hole and it's in front of my paper doily. And I'm going to pick another hole somewhere kind of close to where I put my first hole, or my first, the rope through the first hole. So I'm going to come maybe over here where my other finger is, because I want my rope to hang my paper doily up nice and neat and even, just like this. Pretty great, right? If I were to put it in just one side, it would probably hang sideways and crooked. But because I put it through 2 holes like this, it hangs nice and flat, and we're gonna be able to see the whole thing. Now we're gonna keep doing this, and we can slide our paper doily down the rope and grab another one. We're gonna pretend mine is painted, right? Press it through one side, and relatively close to it, we're gonna press it back through the other side and pull tight. We're gonna keep sliding it down the rope. Now watch this, friends, when I hold up my rope. Now I've got 2 hanging. I bet this is looking so beautiful with yours, because yours have a lot more color than mine, don't they? And we're gonna keep sliding it down the rope. This one is actually a good example of one that was torn. Do you see how my edge got torn here? And maybe you didn't like the torn edge, or maybe you do, but you can kind of determine where that edge goes. Maybe I'll put my torn edge at the bottom like this. So I'll push my jute rope through one of the top holes and back through a second top hole that's kind of close to it. Pull it nice and tight. Look at that. And before long, you're going to have a whole banner of beautiful, colorful paper doilies. And the great thing is you can hang this up somewhere in your house as a decoration. Or I think if you put it in front of a window that the sun shines through, you'll get to see these really glow and light up when the sun shines through it. So either way, wherever you want to display it is totally up to you. You can put as many on your rope as you want. You could probably even overlap them a little bit. Do you know what overlap means? Overlap is when one goes in front of or on top of the other, right? So I pushed my smaller paper doily in front of and on top of my colorful one, didn't I? That's the great thing about having it on the rope, is that you can move it and slide it and put it wherever you want it to go so that it will hang nice and beautifully, right? So fun. I would love to see what these look like. I'm super excited about this project, and I would love to know what you thought about the watercolor paints. Do you like using watercolors? Do you like other paints better? What's your favorite? So if you want to tell me, you can always jump onto our Facebook group and share some information there. You can text me or email me some pictures, and I would love to see how you're doing. So hopefully you guys had a super great time during week 5 using watercolors and paper doilies, and I can't wait to see you next week. Bye guys.